Hello guys and welcome back to Field of Glory Empires. It's been a bit since I recorded the last episode. I know we were fighting to the death with Egypt because they wouldn't accept my trade requests for a peace treaty for some reason. There is a limit, I think, of like 12 things you can request, but we weren't requesting anywhere near that much, so I still don't really know why we have troubles with that, but it's fine. You know, we're just gonna go ahead. I already set up a lot of my army commands. We are going to besiege down here. We have two other sieges going, and up here I don't really know where you're what do you have to be here for? You don't have to be here for anything. I don't know why I'm sending you here at all. I think it's just because there's a preserved food house there. Alright, well that makes sense. Alright, so we have to get building. We built a brickwork. What do we want to build next? In Kassoit. It's not a special place. Culture would always be good. We have so much legacy at this point we're fighting over. It doesn't even fit on the UI, which I find kind of funny. You'd think they would account for that, but I guess the income is so high as well combined with that because the realm is so large or whatever. I don't know. I could go for either or, really. I do have a lot of money, especially after I just sold some manpower. As I recall, I just sold some manpower. Either the money or the monument would be good. Again, we barely have any culture here at all. So, but there are also 2 slots available. So I don't know. I think I'd rather go for, let's say, let's put the money. Let's put the money. What's loyalty as a problem here? What's culture as a problem? I mean, is culture a problem actually? No, it's not. Oh my God, our ratio is better than it's really ever been. This is incredible. Alright, well, we got a salt house in the Sinai proper. We don't have a public works. Build a public works. We only have that 1 slot available. Regional roads were just built nearby in Palestine. And this is not a capital. It did come with some military buildings, I see. A school wouldn't be too bad. Slotless, we have multiple slots available, but still. School, good. Good for decadence reduction. We're getting a lot of these decadence reducing buildings, and that's really, really helping. We'd built city walls nearby, and now we have 1 slot available with which to use. I could have a city guard. We don't really need it. There's a lot of other things that can be built. I don't know if I've ever seen this. An oil mill produces olive oil. I don't really usually ever... Yeah, I don't recognize this. I want this. We could use food and health, I guess. Sure. Well, might as well. Why not? Yeah, give me an oil mill. I don't have anything like that. What if I put you 3 on culture? We get a little more culture. Not that loyalty is a problem. It just frees up somewhere for the new citizen to go that we're going to get. Let's just get more Hellenic citizens on culture. Make up for me not picking culture things elsewhere. Charcoal pile was built nearby in Nabatene of Nabatea. I wonder, is the actual capital in a pretty decent place? Oh, yes, because it says Petra. Well, that's fine. I remember being concerned about a capital somewhere. Probably over by Alexandria. Yeah, by Alexandria, we have this as the capital right here. We got a slave here, by the way. We have 3 slaves here. Hey, we need more infrastructure. That looks good to me. Go ahead and get rid of that slave market. It's something we'll definitely keep after all is said and done. This is a loyalty problem. And we have troops right here that could go there to take care of that. Because this place doesn't have a loyalty problem anymore. So that's good. Speaking of, right here also, we have a building slot. And a lot of... Oh gosh. Okay, we need to move things around. The situation here has clearly changed. Maybe because we just like took it back over. The situation has changed. What do we want with all these many, many slots? The Preceptor House won't be exceptionally useful here. And again, culture, not that big a deal. A flax field seems nicer. There is just so much. Well, the food's not great, but the infrastructure self-sustains. I think that's fine. This is a province now, after all. There's wood cutting and a new population over here in the Delta. And what would we like next in one of our 5 slots? Well, there's a tavern, all right. Tavern's nice. Needs olive oil. Yeah, the garum shop. That's the one that benefits from olive oil. I built a lot of these, but I don't think I've ever really had access to olive oil. It says it needs it, but again, I think I've never built it, but I'm pretty sure I've benefited. So I don't really understand that, but it is what it is. I think I'll take a garum shop. Sure, why not? Some more food, some money. Let's take 3 of these guys, put them on culture. Looks good to me. Look elsewhere around the delta, and everything looks okay. Things are just kind of being maintained as they should be. New population grown west of that. I know I've kind of changed gears of where I'm looking, but hey, let's take some palisades. Antigone's involvement will maybe help this go faster. New pop in Diospolis. Diospolis here in Egyptus Superior. And what do we want? Oh man. We could use food. We could use infrastructure. A charcoal pile doesn't seem too bad. Doesn't seem amazing either, but it doesn't seem too bad. The underpacification and occupied certainly are not very helpful. I'll take the charcoal pile. It's something, and when the debuffs are gone, it'll be something even more. Slave market's been disassembled next to that. We have several slots. Another slave market disassembled next to that, and there was a whole bunch of besieging and battling over here. This seems mostly fine. There's a builder's hall going up, but I can't change it. Sad face. East of that, we got a charcoal pile. Yeah, Nabati. I never picked what else I want to go there. We do have those slaves already. A smokehouse would be nice. We don't even have a ranch. There are these 2 slots here. Infrastructure could be useful, not particularly important at the moment. I'll take the ranch. Have some local cattle. Sure, why not? Go south. We got a new population down in Tokar, which is not necessarily a military location. We have some options here. None of them are like the most amazing things. A physician's house would grant some health for some growth. A temple would be an upgrade from the cult site, granting a lot of culture and conversion bonus. That would be pretty nice, actually. I'll go for that. Conversion bonus especially. Extra population down south. Nothing to really do there. Pop down south and a preserved food store was built. And what would we like here next? Well, the quarry would help with infrastructure. Produces stone. Would take away some health. We have a lot of health here as it is. And there are 4 slots available. Could also go for the tavern. I think I'll go for the quarry to get that little bit more infrastructure over there. Charcoal pile done to the east. We got another population on the island to the east, and that all looks good. We finished a stud just outside the capital. There's 1 building slot available here. I have the slotless large warehouse that I can upgrade to. That would be fairly simple. We don't need anything else here. The orchard would be good for food, I suppose. Might as well take the large warehouse just because it's slotless. Anything else building there? A couple of things nearby. Crafter district has been built to the east in Madrakli. I'm sure I can't say these names correctly. Some conversion from the cult site would be nice. Would be nice. 2 slots available. Yeah. I'll take the conversion. Because we have some still conversion to do there. We got an extra pop at bat. That doesn't change much in that scenario. Northwest, a gambling ring is done. We could use some conversion here, alright. We do have 3 slots available. Nothing for conversion, unfortunately. Things that give infrastructure and food would be nice. And I suppose health. Oh, yeah. That would be pretty nice, wouldn't it? Or a pottery workshop would benefit multiple nearby structures. Sure, I don't have much in the way of money investment here. North of that, we have archery that's finished in the capital of Acadia, Citizen. Alright. I don't mind building a stables. Give some infrastructure. Give some equipment. We have horses. Sure, that looks good to me. East of that, we have a new population. Don't see any point to moving in. West of that, we have a brickwork in the capital of Palmyra, basically. In Rambia. Interesting. Is this all just so not built up? Well, this one on the border is built up, but this is fine. I mean, what is there, really? They got a stable. Nothing too crazy. We still need a lot of the basics here. We could use a lot, especially of food. especially of food. Loyalty here is fine. Let's get the basics. Give me a hemp field. It's not the most efficient, but I'll take it. We do have palisades nearby. Some have just finished in Palmyra proper. Really. It's funny that that's not the capital, but it's not even really built up. Palmyra proper could use a lot of things. Many things and stuff. Give me an orchard. We need that. A noble district has been built nearby in Feliga, which is no capital of mine. With this one slot available, I'm going to put that into the brickwork just because the infrastructure here could use a little bit of work. It's really that simple. West of that, Egyptian army pushed back. That's good. And then nothing else over here needs anything. We could go to the next idle region, which is the barracks. Also, there's a shortcut I discovered for this, which is space. I haven't really been using that. Built a barracks in Elana, the capital of Nabatean. A solid wall, which is slotless. Sounds pretty good for a capital. Yeah, why not? Anywhere else? No, that's everything figured out. And again, we do have all of our military things in order. I can see that I have a lot of military orders in. I honestly don't remember why. It's just been that long. It's been, I think, maybe 2 weeks. But I have a lot of orders for military units in. Okay. I'm just going to trust that former me knew what he was doing. And I'll go ahead and end the turn. Well, this is weird. Some Egyptian units broke out, took this away from me because there was nothing to stop them, and stepped over here where I have just this bare minimum garrison of urban militia. They have some silver shields that have escaped here. Urban, well, silver shields or not, they're gonna die. They're completely outnumbered. Remember, the 300 Spartans weren't 300 Spartans. They were 300 Spartans plus over 10 or over something thousand other Greeks from different settlements. One Greek settlement had something around 2,000 men by themselves. The 300 Spartans were not that impressive, and you cannot just send elites in all by themselves and accomplish things. So now I have another mess I have to clean up, and it looks like another siege just ended. Hopefully the Antigonids don't beat me to it. Egypt is proving a huge fucking mess for me to have to deal with, man. They really are. These legacy points are getting way out of hand as well. Everything's getting out of hand the longer this goes on. We stand victorious from our siege here. Alright, the loyalty here is god fucking awful. I'm gonna bring you down here to try to tide over loyal. Actually, wait, no, the loyalty here is looking better. So how about you go there instead? I did a check to see and make sure everything was fine. Because you guys are gonna go here and take that back. There's 10 units defending it already, which is insane. That's sad. What did I, like... Is this walled? No, thank God it's not walled at least. I was gonna say, they took it over without a fight. They have 10 units there to defend it already? That's insane. And all they did was somehow break out with units that didn't exist before. So we took that. We got 10 more war score because things look so bleak for the Egyptians. Objective region pledged allegiance. Barbarians conquered, the Egyptians being the barbarians. Lost a progress token from losing this objective. A new general's available to serve me. Hey, freedmen laws. Alright, yeah, freedmen laws. Free them. That's good. Produce more or gain infrastructure. Yeah, no, I don't care about that. So we have a lot of things built all of a sudden. We have 16 skirmishers. 12 heavy infantry. No, I'm sorry. 24 heavy what the fuck is all of this for? Okay, no, 12 regular infantry and 12 heavy infantry. Okay. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 normal stacks. Given that 12 is not divisible by, like, that amount, no matter what I do, I'm going to assume that a lot of this was for reinforcements to expand the main stacks and that I was actually getting started on a new stack. That's probably what was happening. So, gotta split off some... Well, actually, these all have to be split by twos. Like, just a bunch of different stacks of twos. Oh, I didn't mean to do this. Whoopsie daisy. This is not usually how I handle splitting things, but it works fairly decently in this case. Alright, that is a whole bunch of twos. I'll get these units moving out now. Okay, so this will look like a mess. But I had the capability to split everybody up and send them out. Split into all these stacks of twos. These units are going out to their new stacks. 8 of the skirmishers are going here to replace 8 archers that will come back to the capital, where 8 other skirmishers will meet them, as well as 2 heavy and regular infantry that are being recruited for a, I guess, new stack is what I assume I had in mind. So that's a lot of stuff. I just gave them orders to go to where the stacks are, no matter how you have to get there, essentially. That's what I told them to do. And hopefully that works out pretty well. Now, are we good here? Unbreached walls, 2 of 2. Well, that's not amazing, right? We want to see some breach walls, but it says the siege will be quick. The Antigonans are here helping us now, actually. Yeah, they showed up with a bunch of units, so now we have a bunch more siege value that should hopefully speed this up. Taking this should be easy. They are recruiting units down here now, something to keep in mind. We have disassembled the slave market here, got a new population next to that in These of Egyptus Superior. And what do we want here? It's in unrest, so we don't really see the greatest values. Really, none of these options are very good. We're missing a lot of resources in this region to make this all better. Yeah. Yeah, we are. Well, let's go for... Oh, I really don't know which one to go for. These options are just so terrible. I guess let's go for the brickwork. Stone should find its way here eventually, somehow, right? Pot has been added up next to that. Looks good to me, I suppose. We're getting some infrastructure in there already. And there's one more building slot. I could put a little more into infrastructure. It's like, yeah, sure, why not? Regional roads have been built next to that. And this province is... Wow, this settlements, this region looks pretty good, actually, with 3 available slots. Wow. Leather productions does sound nice in Alabastry here. The warehouse also doesn't sound so bad. The granary also doesn't sound so bad. We don't need this much of, realistically, anything. No, sir. I wouldn't mind putting some of you, maybe even more of you, onto food. Maybe not that much. That's maybe a little excessive. Put 2 of you guys down on culture. And then I could go for either food or infrastructure. It'd be the same effect. I kind of want to get a warehouse in here. That'd be pretty neat. Let's get a warehouse in there. Sure. That sounds nice. And then, yeah, I'll just leave that alone for right now. A shepherd house nearby there. What do we have? What is this? This is an Egyptus Major. Oh my god, look at the infrastructure. It's doing terribly in this occupied state. A warehouse here wouldn't be too bad either. Yeah, let's get a warehouse there. Different province as well. Alright, well, and that battle was fought there. The Egyptians evaded, slave market disassembled, farm has been completed. That seems fine enough to me. Wow, look at all this. Oh, wow, okay. What if we move dudes off of food? Jesus Christ. That's a lot. Move a guy down to culture, and what are we left with? So, okay, this is... I would love the solid walls. I would love the large farm. I'm going to go for the large farm in this case. All of these stats will improve later, but for now, let's go for the large farm, methinks. North of that, wealthy citizen added infrastructure by the Delta. Looks good. Woo! Look at all this. Oh, man. Alright, so we got to move some dudes around here. This is not maybe the best loadout as things currently stand. Move one more guy up there. And how do we want to handle this? This is where loyalty is also really bad because we just, you know, took this over. I could add a furnace. We do need metal. For another stack, we will need metal. That is certain. But this place, having just been conquered, because yeah, it could use a lot of other things. It could use a lot of other bare minimum essentials that I would like to see personally. A clay pit, stone, a ranch would make other things produce money. All right, let's go with the ranch then. Sure, why not? We could easily add more to infrastructure. No problem. Ore rotation tribute and a new population to the south along the coast. And then what do we want here? Well, we could add a salt mine. That would be pretty well placed. We could use a little more infrastructure. I think I'll take the salt mine. The salt mine is down, and one bowl of spaghetti later, and some chocolate. I am continuing recording this episode. Yes, indeed. Large warehouse has been built in Himjar, where we still have 3 available slots. That's quite a lot of slots, and we have quite an amount of pretty good options available here. Wow, yeah, these are some pretty good options. Don't know which one to go for first, to be honest. I think I do like the expert stonecutter. It gives some infrastructure, which I wouldn't mind. It also gives some culture, which I wouldn't mind. But I also then wouldn't mind the salt mine. This is a tough one. We do have bonuses from salt. We don't have fish is a problem. We don't have any fish here. That is a problem. Well, if I had to pick, I think I'll pick the salt mine. It'll be very quick to build. We have some nice super local salt. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that. And nothing special here in the capital going on. Northwest, we have some stables that finished in Manatee, a capital, which can get a mercenary recruitment center, but I feel like I do still need some more basics here. I don't want to go all into military this early into this location. We need just some other basics. A warehouse would do pretty well, I suppose. Yeah. Put a warehouse there. That would work pretty decently. Northeast of that, we got an extra population, opening up a slot in that location. Themendia. Themendia, what would you like, Themendia? We could have a little bit of loyalty. That would be neat. Get some money, a taxation bonus. This would all be nice. Is this really worth it? That part I'm less certain about. But sure. A gambling ring. That sounds pretty good to me. Let's do that. Northwest of that, we have a stadium. Ooh, man, this is a place that could use some loyalty, alright. Why is it so low? Population's just very picky here. I don't see many other reasons. We don't have many culture buildings here. Not many slots either. I would like a city wall. This palisade is not going to cut it forever. I'll go back to the loyalty problems there some other time. Yeah, I'll remember probably. Wealthy citizen speeding up building in Nabatea. That's amazing. New population to the southwest. Looks good to me. Food. Food is good. Food sounds nice to Moy. I am tempted to move. I think I will. One other normal citizen. Like actual converted citizen for productivity's sake. We'll go down to culture here. That seems good. We have a ranch built nearby. 3 slots available. We could use infrastructure. We could use all kinds of stuff here. Man, that granary looks very tempting. Ah, metal. This place needs more of the basics first, I would say. Yeah, let's go for the charcoal pile. We're going to go for the charcoal pile. We can import the timber we need. There's a new pop in Judea. Cool, leave him where he is. Salt house is built next to that. 4 slots available. We could use a lot of the basics here. We're not very efficient. We're not what the kids would call very efficient. No, sir. A wheelmaker would be pretty efficient. We're going to build a wheelmaker. There's a new population to the north of there. Opens up a building slot. Nice. Let me move you guys to culture. You guys, let's see. That's 5 in culture here. Cool, cool. And then I could put you here. You'd be more productive, I think. No, you're same productivity. But a Hellenic on infrastructure at +7. We could build a wheelmaker here to fix the fact that I kind of nerfed the hell out of that. But getting more guys on culture could always be useful. Culture is pretty good. Next to that, we built a warehouse, so we have more infrastructure available now. Maybe we put all these citizens onto culture. Put a bunch of dudes onto food. We don't... With this, look at that. We don't even really need anybody on infrastructure here. I'll still leave 2 of the less productive citizens for now. We do have that 1 available slot. Loyalty could benefit from having a little bit of an increase. Money reduction? Why? Because no horses. That's why. We could produce horses with a stud. Sure, it'll take a little bit of infrastructure. Yeah, why not? Let's get that, a stud. And then to the north, we have a new population in Syria. This is a regional capital, which could benefit from all kinds of things. What did I build here? Wait, what did it say I just built? Oh no, that's just a population in general opening up a slot. I see. We really could use some loyalty here. We could import some weapons here and get a loyalty bonus from the gladiator school. Everyone's not very happy here, so yeah, that could be pretty useful. A dyeing mill would help some production, but nah, we kind of need the loyalty here. So let's get a gladiator school. That's going to take some infrastructure. Oh yeah, it's going to take some infrastructure. Maybe I need to make some changes here. How much infrastructure is that going to take? Only 1. Well, we know we have a loyalty solution coming, so... What if I take 5 of these guys, put them on infrastructure? Maybe spread them out a little bit. Things will build faster. That takes 6 of my loyalty away, but we have a building coming in hot to assist with that. There's only this 1 building slot, though, so I don't really need to rush this. I think I'll put 2 of these guys on food. Still, we don't need as many on culture, so that movement kind of still stands. To the east, we built a large farm and got a new population in Diasira. This location is very, very well off, man. They're very well off here. Let me actually, why do I have it like this? Why? Alright, you know what? There you go. Look, so I'll just put all the Semitics on culture. Even though that makes absolutely 0 sense. Let's build a builder's hall here. We could use a little bit more infrastructure for the upcoming projects that are to come. And for maybe everybody else in the region. I don't know. Yeah, sure looks like it. Orientation Tribune was built southeast of that in Characine. We only have the 1 building slot available at the moment. And what do we want to spend it on? We don't need the loyalty bonus of a gladiator school, but a builder's hall would be useful. A health bonus from a public bath would also be pretty nice, and that could be upgraded later. The food from an orchard would be pretty neat. There's a couple pretty useful things. I'm going to go for the builder's hall here. We are building quite a lot in this region, so yeah, it could definitely be handy. And where else? Is there anywhere else that we're not building? No, there is nowhere else that we are not building. Well, that's awesome then. I do think that that is a nice full episode, so I'm going to call this one here. For now, though, thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.